the CrossFit Inconceivable crew, Coach Amelia here with today's workout, Hollowed Out. We have 2 5-minute AMRAPs. This is the warm-up, video 1 of 4 in this series. We have some core and some shoulder-driven work today, so we're going to go ahead and get started warming up. And let's just get started with some shoulder rolls backwards, opening that up. Good. And kind of increase it using the elbows to encourage that range of motion. That shadow there, how fascinating. And then bigger yet, big arm circles going backward. Listening for any restrictions there. And then we'll kind of hug ourselves back and forth, letting the arms open, alternating which arm is on top. Good. All right, hope everybody's doing well. Get on track here for our weekend. This is the Friday workout if you're following in real time. And moving into May Day workout. Good, hugging one more time. All right, let's start to warm up our hamstrings. Depending on what varieties of the movements we're going to use today, we want our legs to be opened up. So let's reach tall and then reach for the toes and walk out to the top of a push-up, lower and press up and walk back in. We're going to do that again. And if you need to, you can always be on knees. For the push-up here, lower and raise, and then walk back your hands towards your feet and stand tall. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can, feeling for that opening in the hamstrings as you work your way up. Good, let's get 2 more. Whatever variety of the push-up that you need. Good. As you walk in, really feel that hamstring opening and coming back down here. Good. And up top. We're going to work on some shoulder warm-ups here today. And we're going to use the IYTW progression. We did this a couple weeks ago. We're just going to go through each letter one time. And then we'll do that sequence a few times. So you're going to stand with your hips back in a hip hinge position. Your core is engaged. Your back is straight. And we're going to make letters of the alphabet. So we're going to go I, straight up and ahead. Y, out to a 45. T, straight to the sides, and then W, elbows out to the sides, and then rotating up. I'll show you from the back as well. We're going to go I, Y, T, and W. Good. Done with that one more time from the front. Let's get into our I, hands straight up ahead, Y, out to that 45, T, out to the side, and W, elbows high, and then rotate up. Let's do that twice more. I, good. Y, keeping those shoulders engaged, shoulder blades on the back, T out to the side, and W, rotating up. Last time through. I, Y, T, and W. Good. Let's get a little bit of lower extremity opening here. We're going to get to some Spider-Man lunges. Stepping wide, stepping far out, putting the hands both inside the feet. Press back into a down dog, and then switch feet. Opening up the muscles of the lower extremities. And for some of our movements, we want them to be awake and moving well. Take that moment in down dog. You're activating the shoulders. You're stretching the hamstrings. All right. Let's get one more on that second leg. Good. Then we're going to come to hands and knees. We're going to get some core warm up here as well. So we're going to work on bird dogs. And that's where we're going to alternate lifting one arm on the opposite leg. Good. And pressing back. Think about coming into a straight line. Good. Really keeping the arm close to the ear. The arm and leg in line with the back. We're not arching here. We're staying straight and engaged. Good. Let's get one more each side. All right. And now we're going to work on a little bit of abdominal warm up. We're going to come onto our bellies, and we're first going to just think about bringing the chin just up, the neck and shoulders are off the floor, kind of the top of a crunch. So we're just feeling like that opens up and activates in the midline. Okay, go ahead and rest and do that again, lifting up, just squeezing the top half of the abdominals, and go ahead and lower back down. Squeeze and lift, and lower. And really think about this time flattening the low back before you lift up, and see how that changes your engagement. And back down, activate the low back, and then lift up, really zipping up that midline. And back down, let's do that twice more. Activate the low back, and then lift. So you really get solid in the midline. And one more time, low back down, upper abs up. Now we're gonna get some dead bugs. So we're gonna stay on our backs. We're gonna come into 90 degrees at the hips, knees, ankles. And we're gonna raise the arms up overhead. Your head can be resting on the floor. And we're gonna lower the opposite arm and the opposite leg. Good. We're gonna really think about keeping our belly zipped, keeping our low back on the floor for these. Good. And getting as close as you can to the floor without touching. You're just hovering there. Excellent. And let's get 2 more. Right arm leading and left arm leading. Good. Now we're going to do some side lying shoulder warm-ups. And you have a choice. You can come either up and off the floor here and lift, or if you need to be on the hips and the elbow, that's an option as well. What we're going to be doing is you're going to reach through and then open up. Okay, you can do that on your side here, or you can press up, have a little more space, and do that. We're going to reach through and then up into a T. It's a bit of a side plank, so we're warming up the core and also opening up through the shoulders. Good. Reaching through. Let's get 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. All right, let's switch sides. Remember, you have those options. You can be on elbows. You can even have the hips still on the floor where you reach through and open up. So we're doing some engagement of the abdominals and also through the shoulder. You can stay on the elbow and lift. Here is an option, or you can come all the way up to the hand and reach through and open up. Reach through, open up. Let's get 2 more. All right. Kind of mobility warm-up there. Now we're going to move into the explanation, so join me for video 2 in this series.